Modern Alchemy, episode number 24.
And we're so glad to have you here. You know, we've done obviously 24, after today, 24 episodes here. And I was thinking, Bersabeh, that we probably have some new viewers. In fact, I hope we do. And so maybe we should define a couple of things first before we get into the content for today or the discussion for today.
Sure.
Alchemy is the art and science of transmutation. Mm-hmm. Now, what does transmutation mean, Bersabeh?
Is to take something of lesser value and turn it into something of higher value.
Exactly. Your house, your car, your body, your business, your bank account, your relationships, your finances, your health, your fitness, everything. Take something of a lower value and turn it into something of a higher value. Mm-hmm. So this month we're talking about the economy of alchemy. And last week we talked about what economy means in the strictest sense of the word. Do you remember how economy is defined, Bersabeh?
Economy is defined as your house.
Mm-hmm. In Latin, it translates as house,
and
in Greek, it translates as standard.
Standard.
So it's how you house or what you measure your resources against. How you house your resources, how you measure your resources in your life, your business, your relationships, every single area. And so what we want to talk about specifically today is the economy of physical alchemy. So how does housing and setting a standard for your physicality deal with alchemy and this idea of economy, Bersabeh?
Well, it's what are you putting into your body?
That's a good question. What are you putting into your body?
Good stuff.
Good stuff. And I can attest to that. She puts good stuff into her body.
Yes, I do.
And fortunately,
organic coffee espresso.
Fortunately, she's very strict about what her husband puts into his body too.
That's right.
So in other words, do substances like food, drink, supplements affect the housing economy?
Oh, for sure.
And the utilization of your physical resources?
Absolutely.
How so?
Well, I mean, if you put junk food in, let's say chips. It has no value. I mean, first of all, it doesn't fill you up. You can eat a whole bag and then eat something else on top of it. And it makes you feel horrible. And it's full of chemicals.
And a bunch of calories, empty calories.
Yeah, empty calories, because you can't fill up on it. You could eat as much as you want and just keep on eating.
So you're not really economizing very well if you're eating a bag of chips and a Snickers
because
bar.
It throws you on the couch watching Netflix. That's what it does.
And wanting to eat more chips.
Snickers. Maybe now you want some brownies.
Yeah. Speaking of brownies, a couple things one thing that's really, really popular today, and it's been legalized, pot and CBD. Putting that into your body. How does that affect the economy, the housing, and the standard of your body?
Yeah, for someone who's healthy, it is not a good idea to use those substances. It slows you down. It causes the very thing they're trying to avoid. For example, I know a lot of people, I have anxiety or I have a hard time sleeping, so I take, I use gummies or smoke pot, however you take it. It's just, pot. And it does the very thing long term that you're trying to fix or avoid. It causes anxiety, and it causes you not to be able to sleep well. There's a lot of things that come with it that, for whatever reason, all of a sudden people forgot.
Yeah. And so you're not economizing very well. And here's the thing I'd like to throw in on that. The scientific research proves that pot and CBD make every area of your brain fire more slowly.
Yes.
And less effectively. And if you know someone who smokes a lot of pot, that's no surprise to you. They're not like
sharp.
Real sharp. Here's another thing that's legal, that's really popular. In fact, alcohol.
Oh, people don't even see that as a problem.
No, they don't. No. And the two most popular alcohols are what?
Beer and wine.
More advertisements, more promotions, beer and wine.
And wine is advertised as it's good for you.
It's good for you. Resveratrol, the French paradox and all those kinds of things.
It's a lie.
It's not true. It's not true. In fact, again, research in the human brain proves that alcohol kills brain cells. And it's horrible for your brain.
It causes inflammation.
Causes inflammation in your body, which is the number one cause of death, by the way, inflammation. And it kills your microbiome, which brings about long-term Alzheimer's and dementia. So
a lot of things.
Here's the thing. We could go on, but hopefully you get the point. We talked about bag of chips and Snickers and alcohol and pot, and there's a whole lot of other things, chemicals. But when you appreciate the asset that you have,
which is your body,
any asset, it expands, it improves. And I'm not talking about your waistline. I'm talking about it expands in its capabilities.
Yes.
And so we also said that economy, and I know this is a different twist, but economy from the Greek means standard. So let me ask you, Bersabeh, what is the standard that you measure your physical body against?
By what I eat.
By what you eat? Isn't it more than that, though?
What is? Maybe I'm not understanding the question.
Okay, there's a standard that you are going after.
Yes.
Of a certain way of feeling, a certain way of performing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and so what is the standard that you measure? That's the economy. You measure your physical body against.
Higher performance.
Which gives some specific examples. What would that mean?
Well, that would mean I get up in the morning and I'm not tired. It means I can go to bed at night and actually fall asleep.
What a concept.
At a regular time that we're supposed to be sleeping at night, not staying up all night.
When the sun goes down.
Yeah. It means that I can go to the gym and work out as hard as a 20-year-old.
Yes, and I can attest to it. Yes, she can. Harder.
And so can he.
Harder, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, that is true.
Harder than, I recently worked out with a 25-year-old and a 35-year-old, and they were panting.
Yeah. So all those things. So it means that, and I could do that in the morning, and I could give a full days of work. I'm talking not, where you go to work and you're on break for 6 hours and you only
scrolling through your social media.
And you only work for 2 hours. So a full day's work and just have the energy and endurance to keep going and keep doing that every single day without missing a beat.
So the question we have for you is, what is the standard you measure your physical body against? That's the economy of physical alchemy. Remember, alchemy is about taking a low standard and transmuting it into a high standard.
Yeah.
So basically, economy, the utilization of your resources, applies directly to your health and physical abilities. And we typically don't think about that. We think economy is money.
No, your greatest asset is your health.
Yes.
It's your body.
Yeah, and there's a basic law in the universe that says that your asset is either growing or it's
dying.
There's never staying the same. Everything's always in motion.
Yep.
And so in the mysteries, we'll close with this.
Okay.
In the mysteries it states, quote, "We will keep building temples until we realize that we are the temple."
That's pretty spot on.
Mic drop, right? So we'll leave it that.
The body's a temple.
With that, the body is a temple. We'll leave you with that today. Practice economy of your asset, your physical alchemy.
Yeah.
We'll come back next week and talk about economy in another area of your life. I want to thank you for a couple moments of your day. God bless you.
Lots
of love
here.
to you. See you next week.